If you're a PHP developer, you've used PHP Info before, and you know it's a design that really hasn't been updated in decades. There's a new package out that is basically a drop-in replacement. It gives you a modern UI, instant search, dark mode, and an API. So I have two routes set up here to sort of demonstrate this package. The first one is just the info route, which outputs the PHP info, the default. And then the second one is pretty PHP info. So now let's switch over to our browser and take a look. You can see right here, this is the pretty version. You can do the / command to search. You can search for anything you'd want to. Not only that, but you get light and dark mode, which is nice. The other cool thing is you can come down and you can actually copy, all these values right to your clipboard. So that's pretty sweet. But I know you're thinking, like, why do I care about the design of this page? Like, is it really going to matter? Is it going to make my life easier? And the answer is probably not. But where this pretty PHP info comes in is it does another thing, and that is you can query anything in your PHP config. Here's some examples. Let me pull that up in my Laravel app here. I've got one called route get test, and this just shows you how it works. We can check if we have Redis. We're going to echo the max file uploads, the OS, and host name. So then if we switch back to our browser, come over and go to, I think this was called test. Boom, printed right on the page here. So that's nice for a few reasons. Number one, if you're building, an app, a package, software, anything that sort of requires some sort of configuration to be set up, you can just query it and then, give a huge warning to the end user or things like that. So outside of that, though, it's, got a clean, expressive API. Here's some different things. You can iterate over all the modules, flatten all configs across modules here, just all kinds of cool stuff. And what's probably most important with this is this section right here. It says, can't I just use any Git? And it goes through and outlines that, PHP has sort of a lot of different ways to find stuff. But PHP Info is the only function with a complete picture. And this package basically makes that data actually usable. So you can get started. All you have to do is composer require Sketch Studio /PHP Info, and then just call the function, and that is it. One final thing is if you just want to try this out, they have a no install required command down here. You can run that on your machine and get all this and test it out and play with it without actually pulling in the package if you wanted to do that. But go check it out. The link is in the show notes below.